Hi, everyone. Here's an important thing to remember about this coming Sunday, March 10th, 2024. This is the beginning of daylight savings. You need to spring ahead, move your clocks ahead 1 hour. Remember to get up a little early this coming Sunday. We are going to get together at 10 a.m. In our Eastern Daylight Time, and we're going to talk about a really amazing scripture. We are getting close to Easter. It's going to be just 3 weeks away after this Sunday. And the closer we get to Easter, the closer we also get to Good Friday. The closer we get to the story of Jesus last week when he entered into Jerusalem and then was confronted, arrested, tortured, and killed. How do we understand that part of the Christian story that's so important to our gospel writers? We talked a couple of weeks ago about how there's not a single interpretation of the cross. There's a lot of different interpretations preserved in scripture and also carried forward in our Christian tradition. But here's one that we'll encounter this Sunday in the Gospel of John. The gospel writer says, you want to understand the significance of Jesus on the cross? Well, here's the thing. Jesus is like a bronze serpent. Everybody get it? That's all you need to know, says the gospel writer. Not so easy for us. We need to go back and look at the scripture that the writer's referring to. This is a story that appears in the book of Numbers. We need to unpack not only what happens in that story, but this dynamic in the story where somehow the Israelites, by looking at a bronze serpent that Moses holds at the edge of his staff, somehow in looking at that bronze serpent, they are able to be healed from snake bites. What deep dynamic, deep magic is in effect in that story? Is there something in that strange ancient story that illustrates a dynamic that's still at work in our world and in our lives today? I think so, but it's going to take a few steps to get there. But let's do that work together, because this is a fascinating dynamic, a fascinating story. I've entitled my sermon for this coming Sunday, Doppelganger. So you know there that we got some work to do. A doppelganger is a twin, a second self that somehow haunts the first self. We got a story to tell. Let's tell it together. I hope by the end of Sunday, all of these weird stories and images will all weave together and they'll make sense. I think they're talking about something that is deeply familiar, although it's deeply hard to address. We'll get to work on it on Sunday. Hope you'll be there to help me in person or online. We'll see you soon.